Hi friends, I'm the vegan. I'm just in the flow, yeah, to make music, walking, playing, singing inside and just getting ready to make my next recipe. Yeah, that's a nice flow. Yeah. In the flow you don't use violence. That's the first condition, you know. You come from the heart, from inside, and nothing stops you. You're just in the flow. Everything is right. Like a genius must have felt. Now we have no more geniuses. Time's up for geniuses. Now we are in the flow. That's much better. And everybody can do it. That's so nice. You know, music helps a lot. That's why I always dance in playing my little thing here. So much fun. Yeah, it's a deep hidden truth. Even in ancient philosophy, in Eastern philosophy, you find that music is at the beginning of the creation. Well, it's a mystical story, but you know, they know the value of music. It's so important. It's underlying everything. And we know today, everything is waves. Why waves? You know, energy is in waves. Everything is in waves. The ocean is in waves. We all come from the ocean. So, yeah, the waves are pretty cool. Yeah, that's why the flow is so cool. And I make a breakfast today. And I have a nice combination in the beginning. But the first thing today was I wanted to show something about omega-3. Omega-3 fatty acids. That is a great, one of the great mysticals, miracles or mysticisms of the vegan diet. Some people even say you can't have enough omega-3 fatty acids by normal vegan food. You need a supplementation. And there's a debate among very good health specialists. It's not just a joke or a hoax. No, there are good people on the one side and go on the other side and say, no, you don't, you shouldn't. The other say, oh, you should, otherwise you endanger your health. So, but more and more we think, it seems, the people who say, take it easy, they win, usually. Yeah. Omega-3 fatty acids are not in many vegan foods, yeah, plant foods. So there are some that are very good for that. And the best ones so far are flax seeds, chia seeds, and hemp seeds. You know, there is a famous doctor, Michael Klaber. I like that guy, he's very nice. He recommends to combine these three. Here there's a hemp seed, it's a hulled hemp. This is a chia seed, just a tablespoon. And this is flaxseed. This is yellow flaxseed. Brown is definitely a little bit better, but you know. And he says, if you have a tablespoon or two every day, best you mix all of these. You're perfect. Yeah. So that's what I do today. I just follow this advice. I make a nice breakfast with an omega-3 fatty acids overload. No, it's not an overload, it's very good. It's the right amount for the day. So I put these 3 seeds into my blender. The flax seeds. Whoops, it sticks a little bit. They have in common, the flax seeds and the chia seeds, that you put water on it, it gels up. It's also very important, the gel you have when you eat chia seeds or flax seeds, the gel can take out the heavy metals from the body. That's very important. Yeah? We all have an overload, that's true, of heavy metals from our industrialized culture today. So it's good to get rid of the heavy metals all the time. And the body sometimes it sticks to it. So heavy metals tend to be stored in organs like the kidneys or liver or so, and they don't are not easily released by the body. So they tend to be in the body on the fat, and then they cause problems. Yeah. So to get them out of the body with chia seed or flax seeds, the gel, yeah, or parsley or cilantro or greens in general is very important. It's also why greens are so important. So the third one is the hemp seed. So a nice combination of different omega-3 containers. You know, all these different seeds have different qualities. Every plant has different nutrients, and especially phytonutrients. The nutrients we didn't consider as that important so far, some time ago. The nutritional science is not that old. Nutritional science, as we know it today with vitamins and macronutrients, isn't that old. The vitamins were not found, detected, or before 1950 or so. The vitamin B12 issue came up when the first vegans and the vegan society went sick. and they saw what is happening, why are they sick? Half of them were sick, 50 people or so. And they found out it's a vitamin. And they invented the word vitamin at that time, something that we need vitally to survive in our diet. The vitamins we need. And the phytonutrients are considered only secondary nutrients, so we don't need them so importantly. Yeah, the colors, the flavors, and the textures of the food, it's only in plants. Phytonutrients are only in plants. We don't need that much, they thought. But then later, now, the vegan diet becomes more predominant, more important, more scientifically researched. They find out, oh, with the phytonutrients, they are also essential, some of them, very important for the eyes, you know, for the sleep, you know, and all these things. Phytonutrients can be very, very important. But the omega-3 fatty acids are at the top important because they are not in that many, but all the plants have different ones. So the omega-3 in flaxseed is a different thing when you eat it in the flaxseed and the chia seed and the hemp seeds. So to get the best of all, you combine it just. You have a variety. That's also so important, we find out. Because of the phytonutrients, they make variety so important. So I combine these three. So these are the flax seeds and the chia seeds and the omega-3. And I put, to make it creamy, to make a dressing for my fruit salad, I put bananas in there, always a good choice for a dressing, a creamy dressing, and a small handful of macadamia nuts. I use the macadamia nuts here. First of all, macadamias or any nuts and seeds blended with bananas makes it nice and creamy. Macadamia nuts are a little bit more fat than other nuts, and they have a little bit savory flavor. So they fit better to these seeds, you know. Seeds are all different. They, as opposed to nuts, nuts and seeds are a food category on their own. Nuts and seeds contain protein and fat, whereas fruit and vegetables mostly contain carbohydrates, minerals, vitamins, and so on. The carbohydrates are in fruit, a lot. Sugar, you know, lots in fruit. But in nuts and seeds, not so much sugar, more it's the energy, more the subtle nutrients, like the fat and the protein. You don't need that much fat and protein. Yeah. If you work out a lot, you need more protein, and so on. You want to build muscle, a little bit more protein, but it doesn't matter. Most of all, we need carbohydrates. Most people live on carbohydrates all over the planet forever. We are plant eaters, yeah, mostly. That's the best diet for us now. So now with the nuts, you get more fat, and with the seeds, you get more protein. Both is in each, but you know, more fat in nuts, more protein in seeds. Also, if you combine both nuts and seeds, you have both. You have a little more fat, a little more protein, and you're perfect. Yeah. But the main part, of course, is fruit. So it's a very nice, complete meal here, a complete breakfast, just because of the sauce here, the dressing, the cream. And I put a little bit of water in there, not too much, and blend it up. Yeah. I'll begin with a little bit of water because later, when I have too much water in here, it takes too long to ground the seeds. You see, you see still the flaxseed and the chia seed, they're unground, they're whole. And if you eat them whole, just a tablespoon or so, it goes right through the body, and you don't have any effect of the omega-3. It doesn't occur in the body. You need to ground it, to grind it. That's important. And now I blend it with a little water, because then this breaking up of the chia seed and the flax seeds is easier. More water, more liquid, takes longer for the whole thing, because the seeds jump away from the blades, they are upside, and you know, with less water, they are more around the blades, that gets faster. Blender dance. So just a quick blend. I need to blend it again, but it's okay. I want to break up the seeds now. That has been done now, mostly. But now I know the chia seeds and the flaxseed especially, they gel up. That means they soak in the water and make the whole cream thicker. And it gets so thick that you cannot use it as a dressing anymore. So I will have to put some more water in there. But now, right now, it begins to soak already. And when you blend it, it soaks faster, much faster than you put it into the water before you use it in the food. It takes a long time to soak. But here in the blender, after blending, it soaks a lot faster. So I saved some time with the second blending. So I put some water in here. I will taste it first. Before I put the water in, I taste it. I want to know what it tastes like, because otherwise the dressing doesn't work. The dressing has to be tasty, otherwise, you know, not a good dressing. There's this wonderful flavor of these 3 seeds. I can taste the flax seeds. They have a metal-like flavor. I can taste the chia seeds. They're more neutral, but it is also there. And the hemp seed too. But I have to say the flax seed have the strongest flavor, and I have to say the flax seeds are maybe the healthiest of all. You don't have everybody, all of them, hemp and chia being very expensive, the flax seeds being very inexpensive, and they tend to be the most healthiest of all of the 3. So if you have to make a choice, I would recommend flax seeds, because they have something the others have also, but less, and it's called lignans. The lignans are for a healthy gut, very intestine, even cancer protecting, so very important, the lignans. They're in beans and nuts and seeds and some seeds, and the flax seeds are very high in lignans. So these lignans are magical, and that's why the flax seeds are considered a little bit better. They have more lignans than the chia seed if you compare both. But it's small things, you know. You can eat anything from these, it's very good. So I put a little bit more water in there, and let it sit for a while, and I make a second blending, just to get the water combined evenly. I will sit now for a while. So now I go to my main ingredients of the fruit salad, and that is a mango and a grape. Yeah. That was my primary idea after I had my omega-3 idea. I want to make the omega-3 dressing. So I have here now the mango, 1 mango, and a similar amount of grapes. And that's what I found. I thought, wow, why not combine a fruit salad with just mangoes and grapes? Wouldn't that be nice? Well, here it is, and I guess it's pretty nice. Grapes are in season, just begins to be autumn, and the mangoes, I have them all year. But grapes especially, they are, if you buy them all over the year in Berlin, they are maybe 3 times as expensive as in autumn. And you have much more beautiful and wonderful, beautiful, delicious grapes in autumn, absolutely. You know, now is the time when they harvest them, and they're really nice. You have nice grapes here in Germany. I don't know how in other countries, but just for the quality of the fruit, it is, especially the grapes, very nice in autumn. I will have a lot more grape recipes I think so. So now I have these wonderful 2 ingredients. They are fitting so nicely. The texture is pretty different, but they both have a nice and sweet, sugary flavor. I like this special sugary flavor of the mango. They have a complex flavor. There are bitter tones and hot tones in the mango. It can be seasoned very different, in very different ways. But the grapes have a high sugar content, very high sugar. So together, I guess they must be very nice. I'm excited, I will see. And I have a 3rd ingredient here as always, and that's just some slices of banana. I use them as a filler in many recipes and fruit salads. Here, just some. They add a little bit of neutrality and a base, but not too much. Yeah. Also looks nice. I show you what it looks like. Here, this is my fruit salad. You know, you could eat it by itself, like this. You could just eat it. It would be no problem. Delicious, nice. But to make it really nutrient dense, this new dressing, the flax and the chia seed and the hemp seed, the omega-3 dressing, that adds a really nice nutrient boost and will keep for some time. And I have my omega-3 for the day in. One more dance, blender. I still have to check the texture. I might have to use some more water, because the flax and the chia seeds, they are, as I said, they are gelling up, make it all thick. It shouldn't be too thick for the fruit salad. One more thing, I want to give advice. I tried the same mixture, the omega-3 dressing, cream, put a little bit of lemon in there. I have to say it spoiled everything. So don't try that. If you do it, you might use it in a very small amount, with a small amount of dressing to taste it for yourself. But when you have this kind of this amount of dressing for a whole fruit salad, you might spoil it. That is strange. I found it several times already. When I add to flax seeds, yeah, or also to chia seeds, lemon. It can also happen with the orange. It begins to turn bitter and even tart. It can be very unpleasant. So that's up to you how you feel it. But I would say don't do it. But if you like it, I'll put a little bit more water, some more, just a little bit more on this. And then one more blender dance. That happens to some other plants too, some other foods too. You put it in the right environment with other plants, fitting, you have the perfect flavor. Banana and lemon, for example, is perfect. But when you put it with chia seed and flaxseed, the whole thing doesn't work anymore all of a sudden. So, but you have to find out for yourself. I don't know how you feel it. Yeah? I would say don't do it, but let me know how you feel about it. And I tried it and it didn't work here. So now I show you what it looks like. This wonderful creamy dressing. I will keep a little bit for later. You see, this is for another fruit salad here. I put it in the refrigerator and I have my omega-3, the right amount, because everything here I need, you see, that's what it looks like. Everything I need for omega-3 is in this bowl. So I can eat that and I have my 1 or 2 tablespoons of omega-3 with flax, chia and so on. And I have a 1 for tomorrow left. Because I put some more in the little bag, the little containers here. Now I have a double for 2 days. So the ratio, if you want to make the math and calculate with the nutrients, well, some people might feel inclined to do that. Some people feel safe if they want to do that. Yeah, this is a way to do it. Just to have a tablespoon of chia seed every day or flaxseed, and you are good. Yeah, it's a nice way to do it. Or, for example, I use B12 toothpaste every day. There's a special toothpaste made in Germany for people, for vegans who need B12. So they made a study a long time, yeah, and people were free to take part in this study, and at the end of the study they found out, okay, we have to put this much B12 into the toothpaste, so if you use it once a day or twice a day or whatever, it's enough, you have enough B12. They tested blood and everything. So I do that, for example, for the B12, so I'm well off. Once in a while, every 2 years or so, I have a blood test and I know it's okay, but you know, in general, I do not do the calculation, I don't do the math. I don't calculate calories, I don't calculate minerals and how much iron, how much protein, how much fat. I don't do that, you know. I think if you're balanced, if you are in good shape, if you are healthy, if you feel great, usually your body tells you what to do. If you, for example, if I get a fat belly, yeah, if I gain weight, I know something's wrong. You know, I eat too much. I always want to eat too much. Yeah. If I move around a lot, if I run, I walk, I work out, then dancing, yeah, then I have enough food to do all that. But if I eat too much, yeah, for the activities I have, something's wrong. I notice it, I get fat. That's only one way to see. You know, there are other reasons why I get fat, for example. For example, if I have heavy metals in my body, the body chooses to store the heavy metals away from the blood in fat. You have a fat here, the heavy metals go into the fat. The body does that because the body is very intelligent. The body will prevent the body from itself from being destroyed. And heavy metals destroy the body. They harm the cells. And so if the heavy metals are stored in fat, they don't get into the bloodstream. They're so safe. Yeah. But again, you know, the second effect is the fat makes you live less longer. So you die earlier with fat. That's according to science, you know. So you want to get rid of the fat, but if you have the heavy metals in the fat stored, you get rid of the fat, the heavy metals go into the blood and do harm. So that's a real problem. So if you then lose weight, you can, for example, have a headache, yeah, or so. You feel dizzy or so. Full nausea, you don't feel well, you know. So these kind of things can happen, and that is all combined with the fat and with too much calories, or it can also be not too much calories but too much toxins. So these things are complex. For that you would use medical advice or professional health professionals, you know, to help you on that journey. But if you feel overall great overall, if you feel healthy, you are trim, yeah, you do your exercise, you have no pain, yeah. If that is the case, then I guess you're balanced and your body gets what it needs, the way you like it. Yeah. That's why basically I do my exercise every day to feel balanced, that my body is healthy and strong and flexible. Everywhere, all the parts need to be moved at the same time. No, one after the other, not at the same time. But if everything is already practiced, exercised, I know I feel healthy and nothing is hidden somewhere at some place. So a systematic approach is good here too. So I put the systematic approach in my exercise, in my practice. There I'm very systematic. But in the food, you know, I'm not so systematic. I just say plant-based, vegan food, that's it. Whole food, yeah, that's good. And maybe the omega-3, you know, flax seeds, much greens, fruit a lot, yeah. That's very easy. Yeah, this part is not so. This is for the health scientists, for the nutritional scientists. They need to know these things. And if you have a certain question, I go to a health scientist, for example, Dr. Michael Klaper. He recently made a video about all these omega-3 fatty acid questions, because there was something online, some people were debating, and there is a debate ongoing, and some misinformation, and he resumed the whole debate in one video, and it was a great video. He explained everything I said here, a little bit more, of course. He was just in the details. I didn't want to go into the details, but just the thing I came up with, yeah, these three hemp, chia, and flax seeds. They give you 1 tablespoon or 2 tablespoons a day. They give you everything you need. Usually, that's the best guess. But yeah, there may be some other opinions. And in that case, you know, in such a case, I can go to a health specialist and look what the science says. Science is not ready on all topics of health. Especially since we are in the vegan movement, the global vegan movement since 2014. It's really big now, gets bigger and bigger. The science also grows, and we know more and more. And many things we don't know yet, especially with the phytonutrients. So the secondary nutrients, the plant nutrients, yeah, the colors, the textures, the flavors. We don't know anything about it. Yeah. But for that, I just combine many different plants in a meal. So what I want to show you, the last part of my video, I forgot to show you. I want to serve it to myself in a glass, and suggest I toss here the fruit salad, so everything is well combined and covered and coated, and then I put a little bit of it in a glass to enjoy also the visual effect. There are the grapes, the mangoes, and some banana slices, and this wonderful creamy dressing. On top, I put some raspberries here. That's nice together with mango. Yeah, they have a little bit of sour flavor, these little beautiful little raspberries, and they make it very delicious and exciting. Yeah, mango is a very precious fruit, very precious, very expensive in Europe. At least in Europe, it is expensive. Yeah, they grow it in India, for example, and then it's very inexpensive. But here in Europe, it's pretty expensive. So I don't have them all the time, but I love them. You know, the mangoes are really my favorite, one of my favorite fruits, and raspberries too. Pretty expensive, but sometimes, you know, on a special occasion here, when I have mangoes, why not? Isn't that beautiful? I will enjoy right away, and I hope you enjoyed my video. Thanks for watching. If so, like my video and subscribe, and be vegan on YouTube. Have another recipe every single day. Every single day a new video that I do that to incorporate variety into my food. And there is also, I am systematic in that approach. I can make a new recipe every single day because of a systematic approach. Yeah? I am systematic on the mat, yeah, in my yoga practice, tree yoga practice, the flow yoga, it's the only one. And I'm also systematic in how to incorporate different nutrients, fruit, plants, not seeds, in my food. Yeah. If I have a small number of ingredients in every meal, in every recipe, a small number only, it's easy to change it and to bring another one in. Because when I have 20 or 4 ingredients in one recipe, which one could I change now without doing a lot of complications here? I don't know what it tastes like. If you have only 3 ingredients, yeah, you know, I take out the mango, yeah, from the grapes. That is a whole difference, I know. Maybe I can replace the mango with a pear. Then I have a new ingredient, a pear. Didn't have it before. That's easy. But if I have 20, so what would make the difference? Yeah. So that's how I incorporate more ingredients to make the diet give it variety, and that's how I have a healthier, more fun, expanding diet. Explore the endless vegan variety. Yeah, and well, that's why I make a new video every day, a new recipe. And if you want to like that, you subscribe to MD Vegan, push the bell button, get notified, and get a new recipe every single day. You can also find me on Facebook, Instagram, Pinterest, and Twitter.